This is a 55k burst, bro. This is a 55k burst. Oh my fucking god, bro.
Holy fuck doodles. Everything just hurt.
Oh my god.
Damn, the pain when you get that shit in your booty. Damn!
That's fucking crazy, bro. Alright. I think the first thing we need to look at is villains, subclassing meta. I've actually watched the video already, but this has a lot of good info on it. Check it out real quick. Okay.
6 for subclassing. I'll let you guys figure that out on your own or watch different videos. I'm going to explain subclassing meta,
Alright,
what's good, what's bad, and who's going to cry and who's going to be happy. So, first of all, the first thing we're going to get into is when you do your subclassing quest line, you finish up at
So I know this guy makes good videos. He makes alright videos. They're pretty solid. Pretty solid.
NPC person, and they're going to have an option called subclassing. And you're going to be able to exchange whatever you want in the game as long as you keep one of your class's skill lines. So, for example, in this video today, I'm going to be showcasing you the...
Right, I think everybody at this point should know, like, okay, if you're doing subclassing, you can only grab one skill line, like, from another class, and, like, you have to keep at least one of your skill lines for the class. So, at least, I think everybody should know that by now, right? So, like, let's say you're on, like, for instance, he's on a warden, I think. Or, let's see. No, I think he's on a warden, right? Yeah, he's on a warden. So, he has to keep his warden skill line. But he can grab, like, one skill line from another tune. So, like, he can't go and grab 2 Nightblade skill lines if he's on a warden. So, hopefully, everybody should know that by now. Alright.
Mixture of a warden by default with animal companion. And then I added restoring light and it's assassination. Now, this is going to be one of your heavy metas for subclassing. This is probably the most common build, the strongest build, the most universal. And I'll show you why. So let's say for 1v1s, for example. In the case of 1v1, that's what this build is. I got my crit chance on my front bar, got my abilities, I got my ult. On the back bar, I've got the shocking contingency for burst timing.
He's got the shocking contingency, bro. This is probably one of the best skills in the game right here, bro. He's got the right scripts on it. He's got the shock damage script. He's got the reduced damage by 8% for 8 seconds, and then the minor force, which this is going to be one of the strongest scripts. This is going to make you extremely tanky as well. It's pretty much like especially with the build he already has, like he's already getting 8%, like he's already getting like major protection. Hold on, we'll get into his build later on. But like with new mythic, you already get major protection on the back bar, so you're getting this 8% damage mitigation on top of major protection, which he's probably only blocking too. So this is a very strong build right here. Crazy.
And then you add minor force to it and gladiator. Now you could change gladiator if you want, but minor force is very good here. There's no reason to change that. You got your cleanse, stamina rune, your Betty Netch, and I got healings.
That's crazy. Like with this build, you have double cleanse, you have the rune, and you have the fucking Betty Netch. But the Betty Netch removes one ability or one negative effect just randomly. And then you have that just removing effects as well. So man, double cleanse. You see procs minor protection also? Yeah, dude, that's actually crazy. Yeah, procs minor protection. Yeah, you got bro. You got minor. Yeah, with Sigil Gold, you have minor protection, bro. You have so much damage mitigation. It's actually wild. What the fuck? That's crazy.
So with
he's got the healing soul with the I mean, this is easily the strongest build right here, bro. Like you're getting, so you got the healing soul, right? Then you have the warden charm, which the warden charm is gonna like stun everybody inside, and so like it's a win-win if nobody gets stunned, it's a win because you're getting like almost 2k resources back, magicka and stamina, and then if they get stunned, they get the strongest stun in the game, which is you know, the warden charm. You get major vitality. That's crazy.
The class mastery.
He said, all jokes aside, Paladin's goated with his builds 100%, bro. 100%. Felon is definitely very good when it comes to this build. And I know a lot of people call it glazing. Like I'm giving him his compliments, bro. He's got a great build and great game like understanding here. You know what I'm saying? Like great game understanding. It's not glazing. Even though my favorite donuts are glazed donuts, but hey, it's not glazing. Just giving my guys props here. This is a really good build and very like it's a very informational here.
For the AoE, snare, and CC.
Say where goes my healer? Dang it! Yeah.
And
honestly, healers are probably gonna. Honestly, I think healers. This is gonna be the patch of healers and tanks. Like the way you're gonna be able to build a healer and the way you're gonna be able to build tanks, I feel like outweighs the damage potential you're gonna be able to do. Like the amount of healing and the amount of tanking you're gonna be able to do is gonna be way stronger than the damage like burst builds, in my opinion.
And of course, you can run whatever nets you want, depending on whichever resource you want more of. So that's exchangeable. I would keep the stamina rune.
Stamina rune, yeah, stamina rune. And then you also get like some extra. Don't you get like some extra resistance from just standing there?
For this build, it's like 200.
And then this is also the skill line that has like the auto block, like every 15 seconds when you cast a skill. It's crazy.
Recovery per second. It's a lot. Now, if I want to swap this away from 1v1 and do an open world build
You said this is like a great building build? Well, it looks like he's just getting ready to get into the open world setup. Like
instead, it's this simple. You literally just take this off, put your movement on the front bar, and now you put crit chance on your contingency instead of minor force. So you just go to the scribing altar to change minor force to make it major savagery instead, and that's the only thing that you have to change.
Major savagery, okay. Which honestly, I think with this one, I don't think you need that because you already
to make it major savagery instead.
I don't think you need that. I think you can switch it for the other morph for open world. You can have the major evasion on the like.
That's the only thing that you have to change.
Like the other morph of the wings is the major evasion. I think that would be better since you're already getting like minor berserk with you probably don't even need the minor berserk to be honest. It's the other version of wings for minor evasion though. I just didn't change it. Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, you beat me to it.
You can obviously remove Balorg, and you can add something like Bloodspawn or Roxa if you want more resources. Yep. It's very, very simple. You can swap off Essence Thief if you don't like chasing the stamina pool in open world or in BGs, and you can just simply swap whatever you feel like.
So drop the pet line from Source Field line, take the Polar Wind for a burst heal. Yeah, I played around with that too. I think as far as like a burst heal skill line, the Restoring Light skill line is just too much. It's too good not to run. Like you get the Templar rune, you get cleanse, and you get the burst heal, like from Templar. Like I'm 100% going to use that. Like on my Sork, I'm most likely going to use Restoring Light build. Like Restoring Light is like a must. So yo, is that the Ashen Hall water? Yes, sir. It's the Saratoga water. Yeah, bro. We just drink it for memes though, man. Honestly, it's actually pretty good. I'll put like a little Gatorade packet in there, give it a little flavor. A little Gatorade sugar-free packet. You said scribing skills are meta for 1vx also. Just need to build them properly. Yes, 100%. I agree. All right, that's good.
There.
So let's review the traits he's just running. Let's review the traits. On
the you can swap.
Hold on. So on the front bar,
and obviously remove Balorg.
Got all in pin.
And you can
all in pin on the body.
Add something like Bloodspawn or Roxa.
You could use Bloodspawn. So for open world, you don't need Balorg for open world, bro. Like I keep telling people this, bro. Like Balorg is mostly for duels. Like open world, bro, you can get it like most of the time, like especially on a build like this, you're gonna have enough damage to kill most people.
If you want more resources, it's very, very simple. You can swap.
All right, so we got Nernholm Axe. Okay, so he's building the crit on this build. He's using Axe because axes are gonna give you crit damage. Using shock from the minor vulnerability. Okay, he got Nernholm. Nernholm's one of the best main traits because it gives you 15%, which most traits don't do that.
Off Essence Thief if you don't like chasing the stamina pool in open world or in BGs, and you can just simply swap whatever.
Like I said, bro, like when it comes to these videos, you gotta study these videos, man. You gotta really study it because there's a lot of like minute details people miss. Like he's using an axe. Like axe is gonna give you crit damage.
Whatever you feel like there. In outnumber situations, 1vxing and stuff, you can.
It looks like we're gonna be in a crit damage meta, so
just put Wretched Vitality on the back.
He's using Infused. Ooh. I've actually played around with Infused on my back bar as well, but I do think Infused is great for duels, but I think defending is just better all around because like if somebody has a lot of pressure and shit, like I think defending on the back bar is going to be way better. But Infused on the back bar is really nice for like the extra heal and then for duels, but like open world, you need that defending is going to be super needed, especially outnumbered. So yeah, reinforced chest, 6 impin, infused ice staff on the back, defending for open world. Yep, 1 nerd, 1 sharp on the. Yep. See, you beat me to it, bro. You beat me to it. See, I was already finna come for you on that one, bro. I was like, yeah, you need the defending on the back bar for open world for sure. And honestly, bro, I'm going through the build because I'm gonna like create this build for open world though, but it's gonna be for like it's gonna be a D-swing setup. So now infused was awesome, but defending was way too good. It's a tiny bit less damage, but 3,000 more armor is more than a CP perk. Yeah, the 3,000 armor goes a long way, especially outnumbered. Like trust me, I actually run like on my own live server right now. I have an ice staff where I do use like infused. Like I've been playing around with it to see like I've actually been testing around like if I needed like because since with Pariah, right, I've done a lot of testing, right. So with Pariah I already get in max armor stats, so I was thinking like I can probably go, you know, infused and not really need it like defending, but defending is still better even with Pariah. Like it's too good not to run back bar for open world, at least for open world. All right, getting back into it.
Back bar, rally cry front bar,
and he's using. So another big thing I'm looking at here. He could put more crit in this build as well if he put rally and cry on the front bar, because on the back bar you're losing that extra line of crit. With SSD on the front bar, you get an extra line of weapon damage. But I don't know. You might have a little bit more crit if you put rally and cry on the front bar. I don't know. I guess it's just preference on some people.
Put Wretched Vitality on the back bar, rally cry front bar, and then again monster set of your choice.
You sound skeptical about subclassing, but I'm also optimistic as well. Honestly, like now, like there's like PvP has been so boring and dead, man, and like I'm actually like I'm ready for it. Like at first, like I felt the same way critical. At first I was skeptical, but now like I'm kind of ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm ready for like the shit to change. Like I feel like the subclassing is gonna be as big of a change as hybrid patch was. Like hybrid patch, like ESO was not the same after the hybrid patches, right? So now like ESO isn't gonna be the same ever again after this subclassing stuff. So I'm definitely curious to see how it's gonna go. I'm curious to see how it's gonna play out. Like it's gonna be really fun. You know, it's gonna be really fun. I know a lot of you guys say I contradict myself a lot when it comes to talking about this. It's like, okay, it's stale right now, but then like, okay, after a few months, it's gonna get stale once again once everybody finds out what the meta is. But dude, there's gonna be so many combos and stuff like that, bro. It's gonna be really hard to like. Well, it's gonna be tough to come to like a real like, you know, like optimal build. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, like this is the most optimal build right now for duels, right? But like for 1vx, you have to realize 1vx isn't the same as dueling. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like this build may be really good in like a dueling scenario, but like the outnumber scenario, it may lack some things. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't be too scared. All right, monomyth. Let's look at this monomyth.
The new mythic is going to be meta pretty much everywhere. It's very strong in 1v1. It's very strong in open world, BGs, everything. It's gonna be meta for the whole game basically. So you're gonna want to get this mythic right away. No reason not.
Alright, for those of you all who don't know what this mythic does, the Mono Myth Reforged is going to be the absolute meta next patch. While on your front bar, you gain major force, minor berserk, and minor vulnerability. On the back bar, you get major protection, minor vitality, and minor timidity. So you get 2 buffs and 1 debuff on your front bar, and then 2 buffs and 1 debuff on your back bar as well. Which I'm glad that you mentioned this, Felon, because at first I didn't know like that minor vulnerability applied to you. So like you're not giving the enemy minor vulnerability, but the minor vulnerability is being applied to yourself. So I didn't even know that. So you're actually a lot squishier on your front bar, because you're putting minor vulnerability on yourself with this mythic on the front bar. Which I mean that's going to be pretty much neglected, because most of the time if you're running this shit you're going to be blocking out anyway.
Too.
You're not going to feel that.
And to explain it a little bit, it does give you minor vulnerability, so you get hit 5% harder on the front bar. So there is a downside to it. So when you're on the front bar, you get the minor vulnerability, and then when you're on the back bar, you get minor timidity. So this means it drains your ultimate very slowly. It's not a big deal.
He says the new mythic much better than SNS. You saying Seducer? I mean, as far as damage, I think it like if you're going to build in a crit, which I feel like it's going to be a big crit meta, I think it will outdo Sane Seducer. But like if you're not building a crit, I do think that Sane Seducer can still out DPS it if you're not building the crit though. Because the only damage buff is really give you is minor berserk and major force, which if your crit isn't over like what 30 or 40%, you're not really benefiting too much out of major force. But having major protection on the back bar is a very strong option, because it frees up a CP slot. Like you don't have to run relentlessness, and you don't need to like slot a skill, because like on my build, the reason I'm so tanky on my sword is because I have flare on it, which gives you major protection. Which major protection is one of the strongest buffs in the game. So like getting that out of a mythic is already strong enough in itself. So like I would probably run this build, like run this mythic regardless, because you're getting major protection on the back bar. So that opens up a skill slot for you for some people, and a CP slot. Just very, very strong. I feel like it's very strong. So I do think that this mythic is better. In my conclusion, I do think this mythic is overall better than Sea Serpent's Cold, just because of the like things you're gonna be able to do with this. Because you're gonna be able to drop some CP for it and drop a skill slot for it. It's gonna be very strong. With skill space, like bar space, is already gonna be a big thing on this patch. So I do think it's gonna be a very viable mythic to get, just to have on you, just in case.
Literally wouldn't even worry about that at all. But when you're on your front bar, just take note, you do get hit 5% harder. So that's going to cover just like the main, probably bested slot overall PTS build currently.
Brother, you said if you're building a crit damage build, yes, mono outperforms Sea Serpent in damage if you have 40% crit or higher. For example, Sea Serpent is worth about 1,000 weapon damage. Yep, exactly. He said, I'm farming Mono Myth when the patch drops. Yes, dude. I think it'd be a good mythic. Like, even if you're not gonna run it, I think everybody should go form this mythic, like just to have it, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's gonna be a very important mythic to have. Like, I feel like this mythic is gonna be just like having Depth of his feet or having marking. Like a lot of builds, like if you don't have a mythic, you can just slap marking on there. Depth of his feet, or Sea Serpents, right? Which I still need to form Sea Serpents on my build. I don't have Sea Serpents yet. I still need to go form that real quick.
There are several other builds that are very good that rival this. There are many other options, but I just wanted to try and keep this video as short as possible, so we're going to get into some videos and talk about some fights against other people.
Alright, now we're getting to the fights now.
So,
so another thing we're going to do, we're going to break down some of these fights too. We're going to break down like you know, like the other person's build. It's like we're gonna break down like Felon's build because he's got a few variations of builds he's got going on here. We're gonna break down some of that as well.
This one's gonna be against Spirit, and Spirit.
Let's see what Spirit's got.
Spirit's one of the best players on PTS, probably top 3 for sure, and probably the best.
Ooh, what was this? You got a. This is a. Is that a vamp style? What is this? Necro. What is this? Necro Templar.
And probably the best from NA overall.
Damn.
So we get him pretty quick here, so I'll recap it. I'm running a Templar build in this with Necro. So it's just a combination of Templar
Necro, okay. Templar Necro gonna be viable. Yep.
Templar and Necro together, and that's it.
That. I don't get why people stand in this freaking. I don't get why people stand in zones, bro.
And Spirit is running the meta build. So let's go over another one with Spirit. He's running the Warden.
Said PvP does not look fun with subclassing. Oh, it looks amazing, bro. What you mean? So that's going to be my main spec live, Plarkro.
In Nightblade, Templar.
So who am I watching? This is Felon. This is Felon's build.
Meta build.
Felon's YouTube.
The same one that I just showcased for everybody. But
I mean, pretty much like the meta, you can run Rallying Cry, Essence Thief, and then put on any other like subclass and probably do fine, right? This is a strong subclass.
On
I could
PTS,
go on a tangent all day.
one thing that everybody's gonna have to learn to do well, if you don't currently do it very much, is it's a block meta.
Block meta, guys. Listen to this, guys, y'all. Listen to this man right here. Update 46 is the block meta, bro. If you're not blocking, bro, like you're gonna die. All right, let's keep going.
You block or you die. There's no like half-assing it or in between. You either block like 50% of your damage minimum, or you die.
Yeah, you're right, bro. If you're not blocking, bro, you're going to die. If you're not blocking, like, unless you build your health, like, 40k, like, I bet you, bro, the health meta is going to go up. Like, motherfuckers are really going to have, like, 50k health, bro. Like, you're going to have 50k health, bro. You say if you don't block, you will get burst down quick. Exactly, bro. Like, you're going to get bursted, dude. And, like, you're going to have to, like, if you're not blocking, if you don't want to block, like, you're going to have to run around with 50k health. I'm sorry. You're going to have 50k health to survive.
That's your only options. So you guys are going to have to learn. If
You said 40 to 50k health won't save you? Oh, man. Oh, my God. 50k health won't even save you, bro. Y'all heard from KOG, bro. 50k health will not save you. Y'all better learn how to block. Y'all better get y'all thumbs out. Y'all better get y'all thumbs out, or y'all gonna be seeing that respawn button a lot. You said DPS PvP is gonna be bunkers? Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
if you don't already, you're gonna have to learn to block weave properly. When is a good time? When is a bad time to block? Manage your resources.
Yep.
In this sense, because it's such a heavy.
He said 70k. Then nah, bro. Do not, bro. You better not put no 70k health on, bro. This ain't no vengeance, bro. You say, yeah, vengeance will be safe for the casual players who just want to chill PvP. I know, right? Yeah, the casual players are definitely going to go to vengeance for sure, bro. Because this subclass of shit, bro, you're going to get your hairline taken the fuck off. And not going to know what the fuck happened to you, bro. You said 70k will save you for about 20 seconds as you have no sustain. Nah, dead ass. He's still gonna die. He's still gonna die. Bro, you're gonna have 70k health, not have any damage to kill the person who's killing you, and then still die. So why build 70k health? You just prolonging the inevitable at that point, bro. You just prolonging the inevitable. Like don't do no 70k health, bro. Cause you just gotta run out of sustain and still die. Like, come on, man. You look like an idiot, bro. So my homies give me sustain. No, stop it, bro. Stop
block meta. Max magic builds are basically just dead. Like, I have not seen one max magic build succeed
All right, Chad.
on PTS.
All right, Chad. So let's confirm the truth of that. So max magic builds. So max magic and max work right now. Are the max like? Is anybody in chat? I know. I was in KOG's stream earlier, and they said that Adam Lad had a good max magic build. Is this true? Is range max work dead? Like, is this true? Is anybody can anybody in the chat prove this statement false? That max magic is dead.
Not one person has been able to make a max magic sork function on PTS in any way. And some of the best mag sorks have come to PTS and tried. And none of them have been able to figure it out. So for you max mag sork main players, you shield stackers and all that.
Shield stackers. You said Issa PvP is dead? Nah, bro. I don't know. It's not gonna be dead.
There's two options basically. One, to play something else. The other option is start looking for a new game.
So Jay Surik, are you a max magic sork main? Are you a sork main, bro? If you are, bro, I feel bad for you, man. I don't know. I feel bad for you, bro. I think the sork is dead. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to go to something else, man. You said been since 2014. Damn. You said 70k health sounding real good right now. That's what it's looking like, man. I don't know. So I want to see what E-Man comes up with. Bro, I'm honestly, bro, I might play around with pure stamp sork, or we might just play around with like switching out 1 or 2 skill lines. But I 100% still want to make D-swing work. That's my main goal, y'all. I will say this right now. My main goal of this patch is to make a D-swing build work and look like it's strong and be able to compete with meta. I want a D-swing build that can compete with meta. That's my goal. Okay, that's my goal right here.
You can drink as much copium as you want and try to figure it out. I will pay to give somebody bring me a.
He says you will pay. He will pay for it, y'all. He will pay for a max work, y'all. Y'all heard him. He's gonna pay, yo. Look, this is y'all's assignment, bro. Let's find a max work build that works on PTS. He said drink copium, bro, because max work is dead.
A winning build with
a
max
winning build,
magic
y'all.
sork.
With max work.
I would pay to see it.
I'll pay you if you pay. So how much? So fella, how much we talking, bro? I know we ain't talking about no 10 or no 5 or no $10, bro. How much we talking about, bro? Like how much we talking about? How much you talking about paying? That's the real question. Y'all drink some copium, y'all max work mains out there. I'll drink some copium, bro. Go find a different game to play. Yo, Nazareth, there he is. There's another max work main. There he is. He said they finally killed off Max. Yep, he said they finally killed Max work off. Yeah, man. This is why they gave y'all a buff, bro. Because they was getting ready to kill y'all off the next patch, man. This is why they gave y'all the buff, bro. They gave y'all a buff because they getting ready to kill y'all asses off, bro. So enjoy y'all last little patch of spamming y'all max work shields. Y'all been spamming that max work shield like you love it too. I know you did. Oh shit! Yo, hold on. He said $1,000 if you can beat me on PTS with a max max sword build. You guys heard it here. Somebody clip it. $1,000, bro. $1,000. Hey, respect, bro. Respect. If you can beat Felon on PTS with a max torque. Yo, that's wild. Oh shit. Yo, hey, look. Hey, Jensen, Metallic Monk, this is a call out for all y'all. Where y'all at? Where the max torque mains at, bro? Where the max torque mains? Explain aside, dueler, like where y'all at, bro? $1,000. Who else a max torque? Where the max torque at, bro? $1,000 US. Where's Adam at, bro? Adam, hey, go get all the max torque, bro. Go get all the max torques. 25-0 is crazy. Said line them up. Oh man, 25-0 is wild work. Damn. Well, shit. If Jensen can't, bro, 25-0 is ooh shit. He didn't even give up, bro. That is wild, bro. What the fuck? All right. You said I got 2K on Adam? No, he said he got 2K on Adam. All right, are we getting Adam versus Felon stream soon? Hold on, where Adam at? He said Justin and Crowley get X more than me. Adam, no. Adam may just hurt your wallet though. Oh man, damn, that's crazy. He said Adam might hurt your wallet. Oh shit. Hey, 3K Billy said he had 2K on Adam. Oh my god. Sheesh.
Here we got Wensley. Wensley is another one that's top 3 from NA on the PTS.
All right, so let's review. So this is Wensley. First of all, what fucking name is he using? This Wensley dude, though, he's got a different name. His name is Gangnam Raspberry. Okay, this is Wensley. Okay, interesting. Probably gonna go change the name again after this. Okay, Wensley, let's see what you got. So it looks like he's Templar. He's got a Templar. Okay, he's Templar. Okay, I see the niche. So pretty much Warden and Plar, he's using Restoring Light. So Restoring Light and Animal Companion is the meta, but the other skill line is interchangeable.
Unfortunately, he does kind of run some like cheesier builds with Corrosive and Gerald Mountain and stuff like that. But you know, everybody runs a little bit of cheese in one way or another, and everybody has a different definition of cheese. In this clip, he's running Balorg. He's not running his Gerald Mountain. Wensley and I are basically in a mirror match here in this one. But I run Restoring Light, where Wensley chooses to run Draconic Power instead.
Ah, so he's mixing using Restoring Light with Animal Companion, and then the DK Steel line. That's very interesting. Wow, DK Steel line.
So he runs a very heavy resistance Draconic Power style, with like cutting defense type of build. And yeah, I'm just swapping that with Restoring Light. This one,
Anime Boops on here.
Anime Boops.
Anime Boops is a pretty solid player.
I don't really know this person, but they were doing some pretty good damage on a Templar style build. One of the only people that I've seen have somewhat of success with jabs. So it looks like they're doing like Templar with Assassination, and then they're comboing it with Zon.
Is that my? He must be my voice in the background.
Just catch a 17k bow there.
Damn, 17k bow. Bro, hold on, rewind that. What the fuck? Jesus. Bro, AK, look, AK crit in cap right there. Oh my, bro, that is bro. That is so crazy, dude. You have to block that in cap, bro.
So like, other than that, as far as your builds are, the way you currently play the game, that's all pretty much the same on PTS. It's just a matter of mixing different classes. The 27k bow right there. The fuck?
20K bow. Damn, that was crazy.
It's just a matter of mixing different classes.
20K bow on that dude, bro. What the
The
fuck?
27k bow right there.
Wait, no, that was 27K.
Classes.
Wait a minute. Let's look at that again. Slow-mo that. Hold on.
It's just a matter of mixing different classes.
Bro, okay, 26K. Bro, 26K bow. Oh my god, sir. Bro, what? Bro. You're going to have a defensive set, or like, you're going to need at least 3 defensive CP. Like, oh my god. 26K bow is outrageous. Oh my god. That was only one bow. Yeah, yeah. That's another thing about this shit too, bro. Like, you can shoot 2 of these things. Like, shit, if your hairline didn't get taken off by the first spec bow, the other one is going to take you down, bro. Damn. Bro, that is insane for that to be. Like, I forgot the freaking spec, bro. Yeah, I haven't even been on PTS, bro. I forgot the spec bow shot twice, bro. That was fucking one spec bow. Did 26K. No, that is wild, bro. What the fuck? No, that is not okay. See y'all? This is going to be your fate. Look, I want you guys to take a look. Let me zoom in real quick. Let me zoom in. Can I zoom in right here? This will be your fate if you don't learn how to block. If you guys don't learn how to block, bro, 26K bow, this is going to be on your death recap right here, bro. This is going to be on your death recap. Learn how to block, bro. Learn how to block next patch. You said 1 week? You said 1 week until that dude on the ground is all of us? Nah, dead ass, bro.
Classes. The 27k bow right there. The fuck?
That's crazy.
But he was a very tanky player with Gerald Mountain.
Yeah, Gerald's corrosive on a warden. Yeah, that's very interesting. Oh man.
Kind of reminded me of Wensley's build a little bit. Is kind of similar to the way Wensley played. But as you can see, he's in corrosive there. And, oh no, I think he did an in cap on me. So he runs in cap on the front bar and corrosive on the back bar. So he's got like both options if he wants. But yeah, you've got a few options for the way you want to build. Either you go kind of heavy into medium armor and stack a lot of stamina so that you can block very well and block a lot of damage, or you go heavy into the heavy armor and run 5 pieces heavy minimum and go very high, like 40k resist or higher, and that way you can actually take a hit for it. You're still gonna have to block a lot,
yeah,
but
block for sure.
when you stack a ton of resist, at least you can take a hit,
Take a hit,
and you know, not just instantly
you don't want to be on this. You don't be on the ground with 26K bowl. Your recap, bro.
get deleted. Yeah, this guy's a pretty long video. We'll skip ahead on this one. But yeah, he's running Kin Marcher and Essence Thief. It's still it's a very popular combo if you want to play the tanky version.
Curious to know how much damage he's gonna take. I'm curious to know how much damage it's gonna take to put this guy down. Because right now, like, this dude doesn't seem like he's taking any damage at all. So I'm curious to know how he puts this guy down. I'm interested. I'm interested. Let's see. You're gonna have to really get a crazy recap. You got to save up Balorg or something? Oh my god, bro. See, y'all, this is what's gonna happen to you. 18k bow. Like, bro, if you let go of block at all, it doesn't matter how tanky you are, bro. If you let go of block, he let go of block for like 2 seconds right there. Dead. Dead. Like in an instant, bro. In an instant. Dead, bro. Oh my god. You could not let go of block. That's crazy. See, some permanent block for everyone looks like it. Like, bro, look. See, he let go of block for 2 seconds, bro. He was dead, bro. Dead. There is no look on someone's face worse than a player feel like they're tanky, right? A tanky player that gets one shot. Like there is no better look on anybody's faces, right? When a tanky player gets one shot, bro. Cause bro, they think they're so tanky, right? They think they're just a god, right? And then they get one shot. Then you get humbled. Yeah, he's a perma block high resist enjoyer, so it takes a while to line it up, but it's only a matter of time. Yeah, honestly, that guy probably has the same playstyle as me, bro. So I can see like he's probably like me.
In K bow there.
Look, I'm learning from this shit. All this shit is teaching me is not to fuck up. You gotta play better. You better not fuck up.
This one I think it was Cogs. Yeah.
The fact that you call this dude Cogs is so funny. Cogs.
So,
KOG.
I don't really know Cogs or anything,
Cogs.
but people have told me that he's a streamer and he
We're gonna call you Cogs from now on. KOG, that's your new name.
plays a lot in
Come on,
Cyrodiil
Cogs.
with some kind of like some casual builds.
Cogs is so funny, bro.
So he's trying out a Necro version style build with I think he's running Corrosive also.
You thought he was running Corrosive? Were you running Corrosive, KOG? What? You running Corrosive?
Rally Cry and Essence Thief is 100% meta.
Ooh,
Essence Thief is a massive damage increase.
So, E-Man, watch the 2 clips I sent you real quick. Okay, let's look at that real quick. Hold on. That's some crazy ass damage, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god. Yep, this is what happens, man, when you duel, man. It's gonna happen. Jesus Christ.
Get the fuck off the ground, blood.
Oh, look at this fucking damage, though, bro. What the fuck? Nah, this is crazy, bro. What the fuck? Bro, 11k in cap, 14k Deep Fissure, 16k Mercer result, bro. Let's do the math from this. Let's do the math from this burst real quick. Bro, that was a 41k burst, bro. No, the 2 surprise attacks. And the 2 surprise attacks, bro, that makes it to, look. 8k plus. Bro, this is a 55k burst, bro. This is a 55k burst. Oh my fucking god, bro.
Holy fuck doodles. Everything just hurt.
Oh my god.
Damn, the pain when you get that shit in your booty. Damn!
That's fucking crazy, bro. So I love watching this VOD. Yeah, dude, it's funny.
Perfect time to get exposed.
It's really not an exposed though, man. If you're on PTS, everybody dies on PTS, bro. It's not an exposed. Like everybody's on here testing out builds and shit. Like it's not like people who think this is an exposed, bro, are just immature. Well, it's not exposed by any means, bro. Like everybody, like this is PTS. Like folks are trying builds, everybody dies, bro. Or even anime boobs kill felon. You know what I'm saying? So like, it is what it is. Folks just trying out builds and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you learn a lot though. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You learn a lot. Respect for KOG for not like ducking and dodging. You can easily like duck or dodge these fights.
Come on, buddy.
And KOG isn't a dueler, bro. Like KOG does not duel. Like he's an open world player. I mean, he ain't no scrub or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I like watching this dude fight, bro. He has insane shit on I've ever seen. What the fuck? I'm trying to press my damn bull.
Damn.
Oh my god, this is disgusting, bro.
Yeah, he got me a few times too, actually.
Strong there. Like
So, but yeah, but KOG that day literally not even paying attention to the duel. He was just killing time. Dude was basically an autopilot. Like I said, bro, KOG was probably like you testing builds, like trying to make torque work on PTS shit. Like it's like everybody, bro. Like Helen has the meta build on right now. Of course, you're gonna lose to it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's gonna lose to it. It's the meta build.
like
But not take anything away from Felon or KOG, but at the same time, like Like KOG, I mean, Felon right here in this scenario has the better build. Like, you know, it's not rocket science to find that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
You don't have to change anything on Templar. You can just play full Templar.
the Templar looks like it's going to be very competitive, and you know, very competitive in the
And do very well.
dueling side. So I don't mind losing. I learn a lot. Yeah, you know exactly, bro. I'm the same way, man. Same way.
I don't think there's any other.
I was losing like left and right on PTS. Like you just hey, like the bad players will like back down, right? Just never go, or like the better players just gonna learn and adapt, right? You gotta adapt, man. This PTS is like the time chamber, bro. This is where you learn to go get good at. Like people don't realize how much of a tool like the PTS is. Like you got unlimited gear, unlimited gold stuff to try out the things you want. I'm surprised people don't use this shit more. You know, I'm gonna start using this shit more. You like go grab some buddies. You know, it ain't gotta be the whole world, but go grab some buddies you're cool with, and y'all go test builds against each other. Like, you know, test builds and scenarios.
I'm gonna go over CP real quick.
All right, y'all. Now let's talk about the CP now. Let's review this CP real quick.
Again, nothing has changed in CP. It's all basically the same shit, but
Yeah, master at arms, like, you know, double damage.
for PTS, I typically almost always run Master at Arms. I almost always run Deadly Aim.
I mean, honestly, in duels, right? Honestly, this is the difference between dueling and open world, right? So in duels, you need more offensive CP, because the guy with the most pressure is most likely going to win the fight.
Unless
open world, you may
more
not
than
even
half
need
of my damage.
This much, like offensive CP, like you may need two, like in open world, you may need 2 or even 1 offensive CP at max, to be honest.
Damage is not single target, then I'll take Deadly Aim off and slot something like Biting Aura instead. Fighting
Finesse for sure, especially on the crit build, man. You definitely want Fighting Finesse.
Finesse only if your crit chance is 40% or higher. So
40%
on the
higher.
meta build, I'm at like 47 to 50% crit chance, so I always slot Fighting Finesse. And then I slot 1 defensive blue CP Ironclad, just a little bit of resistance.
Ironclad.
I have
Me personally, if I was going to use 1 defensive CP, I personally like Resilience more. Even though I do think Ironclad does protect against like dot builds a lot better. But honestly, like I feel like I always have enough healing for dot builds. So I've always liked for my 1 defensive CP. I always like Resilience a lot better.
So on the meta build, I'm at like 47 to.
It's just preference though, to be honest. Like Resilience, Ironclad, pretty much the same. Not too much different.
50% crit chance, so I always slot Fighting Finesse.
But I feel like with Ironclad, you're still gonna get hit by 16k bows. At least with Resilience, you know, instead of a 16k bow, you may get hit by a 13k bow.
And then I slot 1 defensive blue
Ironclad don't be doing shit for me.
CP Ironclad, just a little bit of resistance. I have recently been running Riposte instead.
Bro, that Riposte is crazy, bro. I can only imagine how crazy Riposte is going to be as a CP, especially with this block meta, bro. Like having Mastered Arms with Deadly Aim and then Riposte. Like, bro, if you block, then this shit happens every 5 seconds. So every time you block and you shoot a spec bow, it's hitting 33% harder, dude. That's freaking crazy, man. Oh my god. Woo, that's why this is what, bro, right here. This is the CP. This is where the CP right here is where the 16 and 27k bows are coming from. Bro, that's freaking crazy. Oh my god. Was it always 33% more damage? That's fucking, bro, that is a shit ton. Oh my god.
I like Riposte a lot. You can basically just, when somebody's doing their combo on you, you just hold block, and as soon as they do their combo and you're holding block, you instantly just in-cap bow them right away. And I've hit some 24k in-caps with Riposte on. So same by Suffering, Pains, Refuge, Survival Instincts, and Relentless. Now, when you're running the new Mythic, I was running Sea Serpent the last time I...
See, that's the thing about the new Mythic, right? That's the thing with the new mythic. Like the new mythic, like having major protection on the back bar allows you to drop that relentless CP. Which relentless CP, one of the best CPs in the game, makes you tanky because it gives you major protection, which is a very, very strong buff.
But when you're running the new mythic, you don't run relentless because you already have major protection on the back bar. So Juggernaut is an option. You could slot Juggernaut for your final slot.
I personally like Fortified more than Juggernaut. I think Fortified is the better CP because, I don't know, because you only get that damage mitigation when you're like CC'd.
Having any issues with
Fortified is always
with stamina.
Like free 2K armor.
You want to kind of reserve some stamina and whatnot. Slippery is.
So I've got 24K encapsulated repulse. Yeah. Another thing you can do, another CP option that you can do, is put into Balanced Vitality. Balanced Vitality is a very underrated CP. Gives you some max health. That max health goes a long way.
Resources. And then obviously in a Cyrodiil open world and whatnot, you're just going to slot Celerity here instead.
Sure. But see, on Stam Sort, and this is the reason why I like, people were asking me like, why do you run Hurricane and why do you run like Minor Expedition? It's because I don't have to run Celerity in open world. Like if you have Minor Expedition is like 15% movement speed. You don't need Celerity, especially if you're like Sort and you have Major Expedition. Like Minor Expedition is another great CP for like a great buff for open world. Like a lot of times, like Minor Expedition can allow you to drop Celerity as a CP for open world. So super good, very slept on buff right there.
So that's kind of your flex slot on the red tree, and the blue tree your flex slot. This can be whatever you want it to be as well. But yeah, that's gonna do it for your
right, I think that's gonna
subclassing meta. I will give out specific subclassing builds once it goes live. I'm not gonna do any meta builds or anything like that until it actually goes live.
I'm saying like the Nightblade Steel Line is just gonna be meta. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like you'd be punishing yourself not running that shit.
In the current PTS form of subclassing. And from what they've said, this is how the game is going to go on the live server. So I would expect everything that you see here and everything in subclassing currently on PTS to go to the live server. But appreciate you guys watching the video.
Great video, fellas. Yes, sir. Make sure I go like and subscribe to this guy right here. Let's go. Let's see if we have any